Okay, I'm back with another tutorial. Excuse the way I look. I didn't want to do my makeup or anything today. Wasn't up to it. So I am back with another tutorial. I told you that I would make this photo prop. It's what is it, dream catcher, like a dream catcher. But I won't be making it into dream catcher. It's going to be similar to it, but it's not going to be the dream catcher because I was talking to someone, and dream catchers, I'm not like extremely religious, but I'm a strong believer in God, and well, a lot of people say God, but I'm Jewish, so I say Yeshua. I'm a strong believer, and I was told that it's pagan. I'm not sure about that, but if it is, I don't want to be involved in having a dream catcher. I think they're pretty. I really do. But I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to wrap flowers. I'm going to put the burlap around the bottom. And I'm going to hot glue it on. So that way it protects the baby. My silicone babies and my reborns. And then I have these flowers that I bought off of Wish. I have another roll of it somewhere. Whole nother vine of it. Whoops, one of the flowers came off. I gotta figure out where it came off from. But I thought these would be really pretty wrapped around the top of it. Let me see if I can find out where that flower came off of. There should be a blank spot somewhere. It should be up here. I'm not sure. Okay, it goes in the middle of one of these leaves. I think there's a few of them missing. Let me look in this bag. Well, I don't know where they got to. It looks like there's quite a few of them missing. I might just have to rearrange the flowers, and because it's like a big gap right here. And there should be more than that. And they might be in the room where, because I did a like a little photo prop. Then I wrapped it around the top and put pictures. Took pictures of it, and I'm gonna make it to where I can print it up like poster size, and like put it on canvas or cardboard and use that as a backdrop. Let me adjust this because this is kind of facing up. Well, that didn't help any. But I'm kind of embarrassed the way I look. I just didn't feel like doing my makeup. And my camera tripod, my phone tripod, doesn't go up high enough to where I can face it down. So I guess I need to face it down a little more so when I start working on this little thing. But there's like a big gap, so I'm going to have to take some of the flowers from other places and put them somewhere else. Because I don't like having a big gap like that. It looks ugly to me. Let's try moving this one up here somewhere. Excuse me, I'm kind of hoarse a little bit. I've been really congested. It's that time of the year to where my allergies start bothering me, and I have severe allergies. And I think it's the tree pollen that I'm allergic to, because and mold. I'm highly allergic to mold. We'll move this one over one. I just want to position these to where I get a good coverage. And then if I find the other ones, then I will put them all back on here. I think that's good. So I'm going to set that to the side. And I don't know if I want to use rope to wrap it in rope. I have these. My husband made a cat tower, and we put this on the bottom of the PVC on the bottom for them to do like the scratch. But they didn't like the cat post, and my husband cut it up and threw it away. I told him to give it away because it was really nice. The cat post he made. I mean the cat tree. oh, it's like it had a two little separate beds, like different sections where they can climb up on and get and lay down on it and stuff. It was really cute. I mean, I was shocked when my husband made it. It was so cute. But I tried to tell him to give it away instead of throwing it away, because that's just a waste of money, because we didn't spend a lot of money on it, but we did spend some money on it, and I'd rather someone that can use it have it than putting it in trash. I hate throwing things away. I'm one of those people, it's all about recycling, or using, you know, different things to make different stuff. He's not like that. Completely opposite. I guess it's true what they say, opposites attract. Yeah. So I got this out. I'm gonna wrap this around the top, but first I want to do the burlap on the part where they lay. Maybe I need to face this camera down a little more so you can see more of what I'm doing. Oh, my tripod's not gonna hold the phone like that. Let me see if I can turn it. The camera part. See if it turns. It's not going to turn. Well, it turned a little bit. Let's see if that'll hold it. It's kind of lopsided. I don't know why. I need to get a different tripod because this one is crappy. It's a Wish. It's from Wish, so I like it, but it doesn't hold the phone in a position like where you lean it down. I guess it'll stay right there. But basically what I did is I got these metal rings. You see there's two of them from Hobby Lobby. I have some smaller ones. I'm going to make a smaller one. I'll do a video on that separate. And then I took and plastic. I used the plastic zip ties. This is some kind of wood that my husband told me to get. It was really cheap. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. And he cut it in strips for me. I drilled 2 holes, one on right here, one right here and one right here. And then I drilled a hole right here and a hole right here. And then I took a zip tie and I wrapped it around the metal hoops to make like a bed part to where the babies can lay on it. And you can use this for photo props for real babies too. You just need to make sure when you hang it and make sure it has good support. And I'm going to have to do that with my silicone dolls and my reborns because, I mean, they're going to be weighted to feel like more like realistic, you know, realistically like real babies. I guess that's how you can. I'm sorry, my brain's not all here. I've been having a lot going on. Okay, I think my hot glue gun is heated up enough. I think I need another hot glue stick. What do I do with that bag? Oh, excuse me. Sorry I haven't been on in a while. I'm having some medical issues. I think I said that before in some of my other videos, but they found out I have stenosis vertigo in my neck, and it's causing vertigo. So I've been off balance real bad. I still have dizziness. It's not as bad as when it first started, because I'm on muscle relaxers. Anybody that has stenosis vertigo, muscle relaxers help. They help. They don't take it completely away. I mean, you're still going to have some dizziness and be off balance and stuff like that, but it helps you get through, because at first it was so bad that I mean, it lasted 2 weeks until the muscle relaxers really kicked in and helped me. For 2 weeks, I was laying in bed. I could only get up to use the bathroom, and I could only eat fruit. So I didn't really eat a whole bunch. Luckily, my husband would go and buy stuff and bring it home because he knew I couldn't cook. And it was awful. It was so bad that I was on the verge of committing suicide. That's how bad it was, because there was no way that I could live like that, because I was constantly dizzy. Constantly. The only way I didn't feel dizzy was laying on my left side. Laying on my back and laying on my right side, or turning my head to the right. I was extremely dizzy. I'm still having that issue of like laying on my right side. I can't lay on my right side once in a blue moon, I'll get a break, and I'm able to lay on my right side, so I do, because it kills my hip and shoulder laying on my left side all the time. But I mean, I gotta do what I have to do. So I'm starting to hot glue this burlap, and you want to make sure that you leave room. I mean, yeah, you're gonna need room up here, but leave room over here to pull it so it's covering. But yeah, if you ever have that issue with the vertigo, the stenosis vertigo, it's horrible. I was extremely depressed. I'm feeling a little bit better. I still have issues with it, and it's not as bad, but it bothers me because I'll never be able to work again. Especially with my spine and all that. I thought it was my heart, and I had to be rushed to the hospital because it was making my heart bother me because I was feeling so extremely dizzy, and I didn't know what it was. And they run a bunch of tests and said, no, it's not your heart. Your heart's fine. It's functioning fine. There's no blockage. Stuff like that. So I was like, okay, what's going on? And then I had the dizziness again, and it wouldn't stop. And I was having really bad pains in my, from my head all the way down into the left side of my back. And I didn't know what was going on. I mean, this pain was horrible. I was crying. My husband had to leave work to come and take me to the doctor, and the doctor said it was stenosis vertigo. I had never heard of that. I never knew that could happen. I know your ears can cause that kind of problem, but I didn't know your neck, stenosis in your neck, could cause that problem. I had no idea. So you learn something new every day, especially when it's you or family members. But I really thought I was having a heart attack, and I called 911 because I was having pains in my chest because I don't know if it was causing anxiety or it was because of the dizziness. I don't know what was going on. I just know that it was horrible. I don't wish that on anybody. So I'm just gluing this down. And just be careful because the glue does come through and it will burn your hand. Oh Lord, it will burn. And make sure you get everything even. And this burlap, I got this at Walmart. I forgot how much I got, but I had got a lot of it because I used some of this with plaster to make my molds, but it's kind of hard to work with, so I'm not using it anymore. So I'll just use it for other projects. But yeah, it's hard to work with for using for a mold. I didn't cut that very even, but let me go back over it. I'm just cutting this to be even, and so it'll cover all the wood. There we go. I'm just going to hot glue this down. Wow, did I use that much already? What did I do with the hot glue? Oh, there it is. I guess I'm going to put it up here because the hot glue is going pretty fast. Excuse me, I'm a little congested. I don't know if I'm having my hot glue gun is having issues or what's going on. It don't want to. Sometimes it's giving me issues and it doesn't want to push the glue down. Guess I'm going to have to let it heat up a little more. I had it plugged in for a while. It's just barely squirting any out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. And the hot glue is getting hard, so I might have to get my other one. I don't know what I did with it, but I mean the hot glue gun is hot. It's the thing that's right here. If anybody has any suggestions, it doesn't want to like grip it and push it down. I don't know what's causing that. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to take care of that, please let me know. Has anybody else had any issues with the hot glue guns not wanting to push the hot glue down? Sometimes I have to use my hand just to get it to go down, and it's not even wanting to do it now. Okay, I'm having issues. Okay, we're getting a little bit out now. I just had to turn the hot glue and it's like it has some kind of buildup or something in it. I don't know. That's weird. It's like it's even I don't know if you can see this. It's making marks in the hot glue, but it's not wanting to push it down. Let me turn it around the other way and see if it'll work. Oh, now it's working. Well, it was. I'm having issues, y'all. I'm having issues. Today is not my day. Let's hope it gets us through this. Okay, it's working. Just be careful and don't burn yourself, because these hot glue guns get hot. I have burned myself several times and I've had blisters on my fingers. And it hurts. Okay, I got that glue down. I still need to glue. Let me see if I can hold this with my feet. Yeah. I still need to glue this little flap down. I just want to make sure it's well covered, that I'm not going to get any scratches on my babies or have any issues. And I'm not making the silicones fast because, like I said, I'm having issues with my health. So I have people asking me about them, and I mean, I have people interested in them. I can't make them that fast. I wish I had help, and I wish I had the money to pay someone to help me, but right now I don't. And I'm afraid to let people help that I don't know, because I have been messed over on one of my sculpts from I had entered into a contest in the doll magazine, and this lady was a scammer, and she held a contest, and I won first place, and I was supposed to get I think 4 or 6 copies of it. And the doll magazine, the owners of that, they were supposed to get several copies, and the lady got the sculpt and said, well, sometimes companies do that, they don't reproduce them or whatever. So instead of sending me my sculpt back, she didn't even finish paying me. she's in Australia, so there's really not much I could have done, but I got messed over. But I know not to mess with people over in different countries anymore, because there's really, I mean, it's really hard to fight that kind of case, but I don't know. I don't know what I could have done about it. It's already been years ago, and I quit sculpting for a while, but I'm back. They didn't get the best of me. I'm learning how to reproduce my sculpts by myself, because I don't ever want that to happen again. I was so devastated. That broke my heart to be messed over like that. So I almost gave up, and then like what, about a year ago I started sculpting again. And I knew my mom, because my mom passed away in 2011, and I quit sculpting after she passed away, because she was my big supporter, and she's the one that kept encouraging me. And other people were telling me, oh, you're acting like a little kid playing with dolls. I don't know if I told this on my other videos. I don't know. But it was family members, and they were telling me that, oh, you're acting like a little kid. See, I got that finished. I got it all glued down. Playing with dolls and blah, blah, blah. But in reality, I'm an artist. That's what I am. I love babies. I wish I could have had more kids. I had 3, but I couldn't because of my heart. They told me that if I tried to have any more kids, it would kill me. So I had my tubes tied and didn't have any more kids. And I regretted it. Because I still feel like, how do I put it? Incomplete. I was meant to be a mama, for sure. But I mean, I have my kids, and I'm happy about that, and I love them. And I have my grandbaby, and love him to pieces. He is my heart. That little boy has my heart. I can't wait to have more grandbabies. I love being a grandma, and I love spoiling my grandbabies. They are my pride and joy. There's nothing like being a grandma. Just like there's nothing like being a mama, but there's nothing like being a grandma either. I'm just gluing this part down because it looks kind of funny. And I'm just going over these edges, these loose edges, and gluing them down real good so they don't come up and come loose. See, that's what I'm talking about. This stuff burns. Oh my God, that stuff burns. And it sticks. And a piece of hot glue on the burlap. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do the flowers. I've been kind of thinking about how I'm going to do it. But it's kind of difficult when you've never done this before to kind of get an idea of things. So I'm just going to go with the flow. And I'm taking y'all along with me on my journey through making this. So that's done. Let's see. Ooh, excuse me. I got the hiccups and I don't know why. Let's try to move this back up in frame. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I should take it all the way down like that. I don't want to have it just... Should I take it there like this? It's not going to lay right. So, I guess we can't do that. I guess I'll just use the rope to hang it. I need a cream color. I'm trying to think. Should I wrap it in burlap? Maybe we'll try that. I guess we can try it like that. Wrap the poles in burlap. That would be better than trying to wrap it in rope, because the rope doesn't want to lay on it right. It looks weird. I mean, it's thick. I guess if you had a thinner rope, it would lay right. It would lay okay. But that one's not laying okay. So I'm just going to cut some burlap and wrap it around the metal wire. Like I said, I've never made this before, so I'm just going with the flow, honey. Oh, have any of you seen the movie Upside? That movie is awesome. I really like that movie. The one with Kevin Hart. Oh, it's so good. He's such a good actor. I really like Kevin Hart, and he's funny too. And then I don't know if any of you have seen his his new baby. I mean, all his kids are cute, but that little baby, he's so cute and he's so chunky. He looks just like his daddy though. And his wife is so beautiful. I don't know who Kevin Hart's wife is, but I mean, she's really pretty. Okay, I'm just wrapping this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to put it back in the frame. I'm just wrapping it around like this. It's wanting to twist on me, but I might have to hot glue it in place. I need some tweezers. That's one thing. Ooh, that hurts. That's one thing you'll probably need is tweezers to be able to hot glue this together, this piece. Because, oh Lord, it's burning my fingers. Okay, I'm going to hot glue and wrap. Hot glue and wrap. Hot glue and wrap. I'm trying to pull it a little bit snug. Hot glue and wrap. I'm going to keep doing this until I get it to where the end is up on this. And then I'll get some more and wrap it. Okay. And I gotta cut another piece. If you can buy some burlap that's already cut in strips, that would be even better. But you're gonna need a little bit for the bottom, for the where the wood part is. You're definitely gonna need a good sized piece for that. I keep forgetting where I put stuff. You can use different fabric instead of burlap if you want. That's up to you. I'm using burlap because that's what I have, and I like the look of burlap. Some people don't like it, but I do. I think it's really cute. Okay, I'm going to cut it smaller because I'm going to wrap the wires individual because I don't want it to be where it goes you know, like straight across and wrapping it. I don't like that. I want it to still look like almost like a God's eye, but I'm not. Is it a God's eye? No, dream catcher. Sorry, dream catcher. I remember being in the classes in school back when I was a kid. They had especially where in my school here in Oklahoma, they had classes for the Indian kids, and I'm part Cherokee, and we made all kinds of stuff. We made God's eyes. We made dream catchers. It was really fun, but they don't have those kind of classes anymore, which I think they should because, you know, Oklahoma is the state of the Native Americans. Um, so I think they still should have stuff like that. Okay, there's that. And I'm going to hot glue it to this where I left off at. And just make sure I hot glue it good and it's not anything sticking up and looking weird. Looking a mess. Because we want it to look good, especially like when you're taking photographs of babies or dolls or whatever. You know, you want it to look good. So just try to make it as good as good as you can. It's gonna be kind of hard unless you have help. And I'm doing this by myself, so what can I say? Should I take it? Yeah. I'm just gonna hot glue and wrap. I wanted to make like a PVC fake kind of branch thing. I want to make a stand and then have it come out. If I'm able to do that, I'm gonna make it look like wood and make it look like a branch. I'm just gonna like Mod Podge. Excuse me. I want to get a matte Mod Podge and Mod Podge like brown paper over it, and then, you know, kind of paint it and stuff, and make it look like a you know, real wood tree branch. Or you can even take hot glue around it like I did on one of my pieces of art on a piece of wood that I did. I think I posted the video for that. You can use hot glue to give it that grain, that wood grain look, like, you know, tree bark is what I believe. Yeah, tree bark. Oh no, yeah, okay, I'm still in frame. It's just it's kind of turned where you can't see it. I'm trying to wrap this the best I can and pull it as tight as I can. It's hard to wrap this. I guess maybe I should have done it more of an angle. Maybe it would have turned out better. So learn from me. Put it at an angle. It's not going to stick. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Yeah, this is not going to be perfect. I apologize. I apologize. Far from perfect. But the rustic kind of stuff doesn't really look perfect because it's old and tattered and rather tattered, whatever you want to call it. So we'll just say this is going to look kind of rustic. I might take some acrylic paint over it and make it look kind of old and dingy like. Oh, I don't know how that would look, but We shall see. But it does look kind of old because, you know, there's like pieces coming off, and even right here. But I'm going to cover this with, I have this fur that my mom had when she was alive. And she would use it in her wheelchair for a cushion, to help cushion it. And so I have that. I just need to take it and have it cleaned because I had a fire in an apartment that I was living in, and it was the apartment behind me. It had caught fire, and we had smoke damage. I had smoke damage in my apartment on everything. I had to leave my furniture. I had to leave a lot of stuff, and I had to really wash my clothes because my clothes stunk so bad. And luckily, I washed it a few times, and it got the smoke smell out of my clothes. But the furniture was smoke damaged because it was in the front part of the apartment where most of the smoke was. It was bad. We had to get out of there. We have the person who came and knocked on our door and woke us up. Not it came and woke us up, we would have been dead. And I'm so happy my son thought about getting our dogs out of there because they would have been dead too. I don't have them anymore because I was working and going to school, so I didn't have time for them, so I had to get rid of them. I cried like a big baby too. I miss them. Their names are Moo and Buttercup, and they were my babies, but I didn't have any help taking care of them. I wasn't married at that time, and my kids didn't want to help. They were out doing their own thing, and you know they're grown, so they was out doing their own thing, and I was working and going to school, and so I had no time to take care of them. I was gone all the time, so I had to get rid of them. Okay, I'm cutting this, another strip. And let's see, let's take it like that. I'm going to put this one at an angle. Hot glue gun. Glue that on real good. And I'm going to take hot glue over it and make it lay better and look better. Hot glue is like one of my favorite things to use. I like the E6000, but it takes forever to dry. I mean, it doesn't take like a long time, but it takes, the best thing to do is let it set and cure and dry, because that you're going to get your best results. I let it set for a day or so. Like when I make the magnetic pacifiers for my reborns, I let it set overnight and it's dry by morning. I like that, the E6000, for that, because it dries smooth and it doesn't mess up their painting on their lips. Some people put like a cotton stuff over it, but I like that, but I don't like it because, like, if the magnet's not on right and you need to be able to try to get it off, well, the E6000 is really hard to get off. So, yeah. If I was to make magnetic pacifiers for other people, I would. It's kind of hard because you can't really make magnetic you can make magnetic pacifiers for other people, but it may not work with their reborn because the magnet in the head may not be set in the exact same way. So that's why it's best for people to make their own. At least you know what, you know, it'll work and it'll fit. You can get exactly how it's supposed to go. Because some people put the magnets in right behind the mouth, and some people put the magnets up under the chin. So if you buy a magnetic pacifier and the magnet is at the chin, and the magnet on the pacifier is right in the middle, the pacifier is going to set too low. And if the magnet is on the pacifier on the bottom of it, and the magnet in the head is at the lips, right behind the mouth, then it's going to be up setting way too high, like on the nose. So I think it's best for people to make their own pacifiers. That way you know it's setting right. I gotta find my other thing of flowers. I don't know what I did with it. I think it's in my other room in there where I have a lot of my stuff. And this is far from perfect because it's handmade. And I'm not a professional at this, so I'm kind of thinking maybe then if I make another one, I would wrap it with the paper, the brown paper, and make this look like tree branches. That would be cute to make it wrap the wire in paper and make it look like tree branches. Oh, that would be so cute. And it could be look kind of woodsy, like a woodsy look. I guess that's what they call it. Woodland, woodland. I forget what they call it. But that would be really cute. I think it would. I should have thought about that earlier. Because you could wrap it, and then take the brown paper over it, Mod Podge it over it, and make it look like wood. That would be so cute. Look like tree branches. When I say wrap it around, I mean wrap the paper, like twist it, wrap, and hot glue it on, and then go over and dip the paper in Mod Podge and just kind of lay it on there and make it have like a texture of branches, like bark. That would be really cute. So anybody that wants to make the one that looks, I will do one later, but anybody that wants to do it that look like branches, that's a good idea right there. To do that you can get the brown paper, the rolls of brown paper at I got it at Dollar Tree, a whole bunch of them. I was doing the brown paper bag floor thing, and it was cute, but we changed it. We got tile in our house now. I actually like the tile. This is going to be really cute once I get done. And I may only need just this one because it's like leaves and flowers, but I want to make sure the flowers are sitting on top. Like some of them, I want them like leaning towards the front. Make sure that's on. And just hot glue that down and then wrap this. But I'm going to have to make sure I center everything. So we are going to measure this and make sure it's even on each side. Whoops. And then put the center and right in the center. And see, when I wrap that flower, it'll set perfectly on top. And I'm going to go ahead and do that since I have space there and I've already wrapped this part. I'm just going to simply hot glue it down. This is going to be really cute when it's finished. I think this would be cute for like fairies and like little girls. I don't know how it would work for little boys. I'm going to have to make a separate one for little boys, but this is just one that I'm making for right now. because that's all I have sculpted was a girl. And I'm working on a set of twins. It's a boy and a girl. So I'm going to have to figure out how, I'm going to have to get the stuff to make one for a little boy. But I'm thinking about doing the feathers. I'm doing teal and white on the other one for the boy, like with feathers and stuff like that. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really made up my mind. It's just a thought for now. And then you can adjust these. You can even get flowers. Ow, ow, ow. I touched the hot glue. That hurts. Oh, God, that hurts. Well, I burned my finger up real bad. You can get flowers from Dollar Tree and hot glue them on the top of this. Dollar Tree has some really pretty flowers. All different kinds. They have roses and different kinds of flowers. You can even put like the little flowers, the little bitty ones. Oh man, this stuff is stuck to my finger. It hurts. Or that may be a blister. I think it already formed a blister. Yep. Oh well. Oh. And I gotta finish wrapping this burlap around here. But you get the idea of it. And I'm going to end the video here. You kind of see. Let me show you. I'm just gonna kind of wrap it. And you're gonna lay like a blanket, fold it up and lay the blanket on that part to make it cushiony for the baby. But see, once you get it wrapped and get stuff on it, and you can put stuff, hang it or stitch it from here. I'm not exactly sure. I have some lace that I may put on the bottom of this. Not lace, but it's kind of like flower petals, but it's like a trim that you can put on stuff. But you get, I mean, you see how it'll look with the flowers on it. But just use your imagination and just keep, decorate how you like. I will post a picture at the end of this video when I get finished with it, because I'm going to go into like a video editor and edit a little bit of it. I won't edit much. I'm just going to add like pictures of this after I get finished. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and the idea I have for doing it to make it look like tree branches. I would love to see pictures. You can look me up on Facebook at Little Bunny Britches Nursery. That's my page for my my dolls, and I put some of my art on there. And I would love to see some of the things that you make from my videos. Well, thank you for watching, and if you like my videos, please subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.